Good morning, students. In today's class of service marketing, we'll discuss two new topics. In the previous classes of service marketing, we have understood what is services, what are the various characteristics of services, what is the nature of services, how the goods and services differ from each other, what are the seven P's of service marketing mix, that is product, price, place, promotion, people, process, physical evidence. We have also studied the various classification of services based on various standpoints. In today's class, we will be dealing with two new topics. One is the significance of service marketing, and the second is the marketing challenges in service business. Okay, when we say the significance of service marketing, here we study why it is important or essential to study service marketing and how does it help the marketer. In marketing challenges in the service business topic, we'll be studying what are the challenges, problems faced by a marketer while marketing of services, because as we have already understood that goods and services are different from each other, and since services are intangible and taking into consideration the various peculiar characteristics of services, it poses a problem for the marketer of services to market them. So we'll try to understand what are the various marketing challenges that a marketer faces in the service business and how to overcome that. So let us start with the first topic, that is significance of service marketing. Why service marketing is important? Because service marketing is one of the three sectors which helps in the economic growth and development of the country, that is the primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Service comes under tertiary sector. Services are a major contributor to the GDP. Nearly 50%, more than 50%, it contributes to the GDP, gross domestic product. Service marketing is also important because service marketing in services, it gives the maximum jobs are being given in the services sector. Nearly 35% of employment that is generated in the country is generated by the service sector or the tertiary sector. Not only this, the foreign direct investment or the FDI, which the country is receiving every year, the 60% of the FDI is targeted towards the service sector only. So we have seen that the service sector has grown exponentially over the past decade because of variety of benefit offers to companies. The significance of service marketing can be understood by going through the following headings. We'll go through them one by one. The first heading is helps in building relationships. It is important in understanding that service marketing results in building long-term relationship with target customers. Because service marketing is different from product marketing, because in services marketing, the services are intangible in nature. The people cannot see or touch a service. So it becomes difficult for the marketer to market the services. The marketer has to fulfill the needs and wants of the customer and thereby build trust of the customer. The customer has to trust the marketer that if he goes and buys the service from the particular service organization, his needs and wants will be satisfied. Once the trust is developed, it helps in building relationship, long-lasting relationship with the customer, and the customer comes back for repeat purchases through positive word of mouth. So one of the main significance of service marketing is it helps in building relationships. Now coming to the second point, assist in affecting customer perception. A number of interaction points are designed for the target customers while offering the services. These interaction points help in affecting the perception of the target When a service is being provided, there are various interaction points or encounter points where the person providing the service directly comes in contact with the customer. So these are the point where the interaction points or the encounter points are gives them the opportunity to the service provider or the person providing the service to change the perception of the target customers. The overall buying process of customers are influenced by cumulative effect of these interaction points. People involved in delivering the services, the process, the methodology used by the such people, the surrounding, the physical evidence, all this helps in changing or shaping the perception of the target customers. So if it has a positive, it positively shapes the perception of the target customers, obviously they'll be coming for repeat business and will help in building relationship. So service marketing helps in affecting customers' perception. So service marketing is a way in which we can shape or affect the customer's perception and make it conducive for our service organization. The third thing that is important in service marketing is why the service marketing is important is because it involves customers' feedbacks. The customers' feedbacks are invited and studied so as to improve the efficiency of the service marketing. Here, we try to satisfy the customer by giving them what they need and want. And services is quite different from other products, tangible products, as customers play significant role in the marketing process. Here, the customers' feedbacks are invited and studied so as to improve the efficiency of the services. So these feedbacks helps in changing the services if there is any fault in the services and try to improve it, make it more satisfying for the customers. A strong relationship is developed with the customers and they become loyal to the service organization. Once we act upon these customer feedbacks and make changes and make our services much more efficient and effective, the customer will develop a trust and become loyal to the service organization. That is the reason we study service market. Service market helps in making the customers loyal to the service organization. Now the next point is helps in differentiating the service organization. This is also one of the main points. It acts as a differentiating factor. Service organization offering similar product or service to the market are efficiently differentiated with the help of service marketing, because two companies may be selling a similar service, but service marketing helps in differentiating between these service organizations. Service marketing helps in highlighting the quality features of the service offered by the service organization so as to make the service organization more preferred over the competitors. Let me give an example to make it more clear. Suppose the similar product, that is pizza, is being delivered by Domino's and Pizza Hut. Even though the similar product is being delivered by Domino's and Pizza Hut, the service marketing for Pizza Hut and Domino's are quite different, and they emphasis on different features while marketing of the services. So here the way they deliver, the kind of quality they use while making the pizzas, the time they take to deliver, how promptly they deliver, everything. These are some of the features. And different both Domino's and Pizza Hut prioritize the features and they try to highlight their features. In this way, making Pizza Hut and Domino's different from each other. So the service marketing helps in differentiating the service organization from one another, from other competitors. Second, apart from this, they offer higher customer retention. Customers are satisfied by offering the customized services and it results in higher customer retention. In today's world of cutthroat competition, the marketers have to fish out, have to target out limited customers who are beneficial to them. In such a scenario, it becomes more important to retain the customers, because instead of attracting more and more customers, it is very essential that we retain the customers who are loyal to us, to become loyal to us. Retention of customers instead of attracting new ones. In service marketing, the customer needs and feedbacks are analyzed so as to deliver the desired services. Therefore, customers, when they feel that the needs are and the feedbacks are being analyzed and a product, a service offer is being given to them, to satisfy their needs and wants, obviously they'll become loyal to the company, they'll become satisfied with the offering. And these customized services, this higher quality of services results in higher customer retention. So it helps in retaining the customers. Then comes another point, that is why service market is important, because it helps in bringing repeat business. When you build a plan of service to reach your customers, you can expect a reward of repeat business from them. It is one of the essential parts, because this repeat business ensures that the service organization survives and able to face the cutthroat competition that is prevalent in the market. Okay, so the goal of service marketing is to capture the attention of the target market. Once the attention of the customers is captured, once you have landed the customers, once you have landed the customers, what it is essential that try to give them a better experience and consistently provide this better experience so as to make them loyal to the company, so as to oh, allow them or force them to return to the company, because the services offered by the service or your service organization is such good quality that they are forced to return back to the for repeat purchases. Service marketing helps to know what the customers like and what the customers don't like, and then keep in top of the mind each time you give a service, what are the customer are liking, and accordingly give them benefits and savings. And this will help in getting repeat business. This is also helpful for the company if they get more repeat business, because they need not spend more to remarket or to get new clients. This will be beneficial to the bottom line. The advertising budget is reduced considerably. So service marketing helps in understanding the needs and wants of the customers properly, and then give them services, customized services as per the needs of the customers, and thereby making them loyal to the customers and help in getting repeat business. Another point that we can discuss in the last point while we're discussing the importance of service marketing is contribution to economic growth. The contribution of services to economic growth. Services provides increased levels of employment, an increase in foreign exchange reserves, and an increase in exports and GDP. So due to these reasons, it is important that we focus on the services. Service marketing is particularly beneficial to developing countries. It provides an opportunity to showcase their skills, their commitment to quality when it comes to services. By applying proper marketing strategies, companies can gain customers' trust. This is very important. If you see from Indian point of view, service sector is providing, as I've discussed earlier, also 35% of the employment. Also, with 60% of the FDI is targeted towards service sector. There is also increase in export, especially in IT, tourism services are exported, and nearly 50% of uh, contribution is there from the service sector to the GDP. So in this way, the service sector or the services marketing is important, service sector of what is important to the organization, and this is the reason why we study service marketing. Now, this is the first topic that we have taken into consideration. Apart from this, we have also to discuss the second topic, that is marketing challenges in the service business. It is important to understand what are the marketing challenges in the service business. Service firms face different challenges than companies that market physical products, because the companies that market physical products, you can touch and feel them. Since services are intangible, it becomes difficult. So when marketing services, we have to apply the four principles of product marketing mix, that is product, price, place, promotion, and added to this product mix is another three P, that is people, process, and physical evidence. So we have to develop a plan that carefully considers these essentials, these seven P's, so we can identify the challenges and devise strategies to overcome them. So we have to understand and devise strategies to overcome these marketing challenges. Now we'll be discussing each marketing challenges, how we can overcome them. Okay. The first challenge which the marketer faces while marketing of services is marketing intangibles. One of the most obvious challenges in marketing services is that you are selling something intangible. Okay, since you are selling something intangible that cannot be touched, that cannot be seen, but only can be felt, it becomes very difficult for the marketer to market the services. People can touch and see a product and are exchanging money for something they need and can take home to use. On the other hand, people only see the results of a service. They can only feel the service, can see the results of a service, which may not always be immediate. The results may be immediate or sometimes may be a little bit different. When you say you are going for a haircut, the results are obviously immediate. You can understand, okay, the haircut which I received is of good quality or not, or satisfying my needs or wants. But when I invest in a particular mutual fund, here the effects or the consequences is delayed. So it becomes very difficult for the marketer to market intangibles service. Uh, so let me give an example. If you own a mm, cleaning service, you have to convince your customers to trust you, that their homes will be cleaned to their satisfaction. If there is a particular cleaning service, you have to give them evidence. Physical evidence should be given, or testimonials will be given of other people, customers, so as to make them able to trust you. So even though marketing of intangibles is difficult, you can give physical evidence or testimonials in order to show that the services offered by you is of a better quality. Apart from this, another major challenge which a service marketer feels or faces is competitive pricing. Competitive in pricing, you have to see how you price your service in such a way is an important element, and you have to determine this such a way that you meet your cost and make a profit with the pricing. So that is very important. Various In order to reach at the pricing, you have to research several competitor prices in order to gauge what your prospective customer expect to pay. You have to understand how much the customer is expecting to pay for the service. So you can know this by gauging or researching the amount of money that is paid by the customers of your competitor company. Then assess your cost, your overheads, such as rent, insurance, salaries, supplies, and then determine if you can meet your cost and make a profit with that pricing. Okay, so this is should be followed by pricing. Sometimes also we can do some extra thing like bundling extra features with the service to differentiate the company and get a more higher price. For example, we can offer a wax in a company, service organization can offer you to wax the floors as a part of your service to your laundry or a part of your home package, home bonus package. So they may give you some additional things. Or while you go to a for any booking at a room or something, they give you complimentary breakfast. So in this way, they charge you a little bit more. But even though you are ready to pay a little bit more because you feel that you are getting more value for the money you are paying. Okay, so while pricing, it is also very important, but we have to see, we have to make the people that the pricing they are paying, the value that they're getting for the price they're paying is more. The value is more than the price. So they will be interested. And sometimes if they get some extra benefit or some bundling offer is given to them, they're even ready to pay more prices. So this is one of the another challenge and ways to overcome that. Then the third thing is demonstrate value. Service firms have to demonstrate that the services can add value to the customer's business. Services can be bought by customers or can bought by any other businesses also. A service firm or organization must demonstrate value to customers and prospects. Services such as accountancy, computer maintenance, and insurance are essential uh, for the efficient day-to-day operations of a business. However, services such as marketing, training, or consultancy are more peripheral. Okay, service firms have demonstrated that those services can add value to the customer's business. For example, you have to make understand to the business that training can improve the productivity and performance of the workforce by undergoing the particular training. So once the business sees that yes, there is certain improvement after undergoing this training, they will be more interested to take the services from training services from you. Similarly, a firm may also need to show that the marketing services can improve a company's competitive advantage. Okay, so these are the examples. Or consultancy can improve or try to improve the operations and profitability of the business. If these things are being demonstrated properly, that the value is the business or the customer is getting is more, then they will go for this purchasing of the services from the service organization. So demonstrating value is a major challenge, but if you are able to show them, give them physical evidence and give them both make them understand the process and tell them that where what are the people, qualified people are giving the training and how this various trainings can or consulting services can help in improving or deliver more value to the company, then obviously they will be interested in purchasing the service from your service organization. Apart from demonstrated value, another point is differentiation. Differentiation is also another point. When we say differentiation, services must find ways to differentiate uh, themselves from competitors. They have to see that they stand out from their competitors. Customers can only gauge or judge the quality of service when they have used it. Okay, since you cannot see a service, so the only way you can understand the quality of a service only by utilizing it. So they cannot inspect the service in same way that they can examine the product. Okay, uh, product on a shelf. So service firms must therefore find ways to differentiate them from the competitors. Accreditation with a recognized body is one of the way of demonstrating professionalism. If you say the service organization has accreditation from a big authority in this same industry, then your trust in the service organization will improve. Suppose you are having a educational institute or a college, and it has been accredited by some various education board and other, they have got awards, then this accreditation will instill the trust in the customers that yes, they are having, they will be providing quality services. Firms aims to build their reputation by publishing articles, speaking at industry seminars. That also can be done in order to say how they are different from the competitors by giving articles and speaking industry seminars. Specialization can also create a point of difference. If you're specializing in a particular service, a special, then you can say that you can highlight that specialization and say that in this way we are different from the competitor. So this is also helpful. A firm offering, for example, let me give an example. A firm offering training service can differentiate itself by focusing on customized training for specific sectors such as financial sector or retail sector. So you can say the services that is being offered by you is differentiate from the services that the same training service or similar training services offered by competitors. In this way, differentiation, even though differentiation is a challenge for a service marketer, like if you go for accreditation, publication of articles, we attend industry seminars and speak about how we are different from the competitors, or if we have any specialization. In this way, we can overcome this obstacle. Apart from this, another obstacle is extra competition. Competition of service firms is both direct and indirect. Direct competition includes, okay, other service businessmen, intercompetition from customers. So there are two types of competition which we receive or which we face in servicing. That is direct competition and indirect competition. Okay. So what happens? Direct competitors include those businesses offering similar services. Okay, similar services, and to provide similar services, or manufacturer similar kind of services to the customers. A firm offering computer maintenance services, for example, faces competition from other maintenance firms as well as the service divisions of computer manufacturers. Service firms also face a form of indirect competition. So this is direct competition. They face competition from other companies or businesses giving similar services. But in indirect competition, the service firms also face indirect competition from customer side, who provide services from their own internal resources. So to persuade customers to overcome their operations, service firms must demonstrate that their offering is better or superior or cost effective than the services that the customers are using. For example, a company that markets a bookkeeping service for a small businesses may run into a situation where the customer or prospective customer decides to do the accounting on its own as a way of minimizing expenses. So they don't want to avail these accounting services. Then what happens? This, since the service organization is providing this bookkeeping service, they have to assure the customers that the bookkeeping services that is being provided by the service organization is of better quality, is cost effective, and much more efficient and effective. So even though there is extra competition from businesses and from customers who himself will do the himself on their own will get the services done, we have to overcome this extra competition by assuring them that by availing the services from the service organization, they'll get more value, it will be more cost effective, and more quality services will be given. So in this way, we can overcome this obstacle. Now, next thing that is an obstacle for a marketing marketer of service marketer is service development cost. When we say service development cost or the development cost of services, it is high as compared to of a private company. Why? Because development of services are high compared to a private company because service firms cannot keep standard services in stock or take advantage of economies of scale. Okay, so we have studied earlier that in order to attract more customers, a service organization must give customized services or tailor-made services. When we say the service organization should provide customized service or tailor-made service, it means that they cannot have a standard package of services that is being rendered to the customers. So it is difficult. The development cost will be more, and also economies of scale cannot be undertaken by a service marketer because in economies of scale we produce a lot, so in order to reduce the prices, but this is not possible in case of a service because in services the demand is fluctuating, so the development costs are very high in services. So the service marketer must create a new version of a service for each assignment, customized to the needs of individual customers. They have to create a service representative, discusses the customer's requirement, prepare a service specification, then go for customer's approval, and bring together the elements needed to deliver the service. So the service marketer has to go through the complete process, right from getting the customer's requirement to preparing of the service specification, getting the approval of the customers that yes, this service satisfies the needs and wants of the customer, and then bring about the various elements so as to deliver the service to the customers. So the service development cost is very much high in case of marketing of services. So what can be done? So in order to reduce this service development cost or to maintain the service development cost, certain services should be made standard and some top-up services should be given to customize the services. And also steps should be taken in order to have a more stable demand rather than a fluctuating demand. Steps must be taken in order to have a more stable demand. This managing of demand in service marketing, this is something we'll be reading later on in the service marketing paper. So as of now, for basic understand, you understand, we have to, what the service marketers to do has to try to manage this service demand side of the service, and also it has to see that they offer certain standard services and give top-up services to customize the service. Okay, so in this way we can overcome the service development cost. Then comes demonstrating trust and empathy. So very difficult for a service companies to convince the customers in marketing efforts so as to make them feel that the service companies understand their problems and offers a proper solution to that, and also the customer should trust the service organization, and the service organization has empathy and understands the situation of the customers. So demonstrating this trust and empathy is very difficult for a service organization. So what can be done to do this? You have to use people, process, and physical evidence in order to demonstrate this trust and empathy. For example, if you and your employees have families and work full time, this identifies with working families who have no time for house cleaning, since both the person in the family are working, both husband and wife have no time for house cleaning. So before and after pictures can be given in your websites or marketing material, brochures or advertising. So in this way, physical evidence should be given that before availing your home cleaning services, the house was looking like this, and after availing these services, the house is looking like this. And before receiving the services, both the husband and wife were not happy with the present situation, and after receiving the service, they are very happy customers. So this kind of physical evidence will be given and be given in websites, brochures, and advertisements. Finally, interact personally with people, these customers, multiple times, and try to establish relations and convince them that you are empathetic and understand the problems of the customers, and try to offer a solution best fitting to them. So by doing this, we can demonstrate that we are trustworthy and empathetic to the customer's situation. Once this is done, the challenge of demonstrating trust and empathy will be overcome. Okay, and now the last point in that the service marketer faces while marketing of services, managing the customer. Service businesses face a challenge that is not shared by manufacturing. That is the presence of the customer, often as an essential part of the service process. So while the production of a product or a good, what happens? The customer is not present at the time of production. But when the production of a service production process is going undergoing, the customer is directly present at the scene of service production process. So it is very difficult to manage the customer. Many service businesses face this kind of challenge. Okay. So what they have to design the service and must manage the customers through the process with an awareness of the moods and attitude of the individual customers. We have to understand the moods and attitudes of the individual customers. The presence of customer also renders the operation visible to the customer, since the customer is directly present while you're getting the service. So he's uh, can see the complete service process. So the service scapes needs to be designed to create the right atmosphere for the service. So the service case means the place the service is being provided to the customer. So that should be designed such a way so as to create an atmosphere for the service, to make the customer feel that the service they are receiving is of better quality. So by managing the service scape, also by making the customer aware of the complete service production process, and also by trying to accommodate with the moods and attitudes of individual customers, this obstacle or challenge of managing the customer can be overcome. So in this way, we can uh, see that the various challenges that a service that a marketer faces in marketing of services, and these are the ways in which we can also overcome these challenges. Okay, thank you for your attention. I hope that you have understood the topics. If you have any doubts, please contact me, and I'll be sending the notes to you digitally. Okay, no need to panic. Stay at home, be prepared. Thank you.